What is when it comes to roofing in a roofing business, what is the role of professional certifications and can they be used to influence customer trust during the sales process?
So I'm assuming the question's referring to like contractor's license and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty broad. So
Yeah.
anything, yeah, licenses, certifications.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think I think if you don't have that stuff, you shouldn't even be in business. But because it's so easy to get today, like to be a master elite for GAF does not take that much effort. Like, just to be honest, to be and I don't want to say a master elite, let's say a certified, right? A GAF certified contractor or an Owens Corning certified. I can't remember their term. I think it's certified also. But whatever. To be that entry level um contractor with, whether it's, I mean, you have to do it with your state. You have to do it. Like that's required. If you're using a manufacturer like that, it's almost a no-brainer. Like, I mean, I think we were with GAF and Owens Corning basically in our first year of selling shingles. We got both of them, and we weren't selling that many. It's not hard to get in their entry level programs because those don't really have, and I'm just speaking from my experience, they don't really have a quota to meet. To go up in levels, there are certain things that they want to see you do to get to those other levels. But I mean, you should at least go get certified by whatever manufacturer you're using. Because even if you're only selling 500 square a year, like you can still get into those programs. You can probably get into more than one. That way, you have some options to look at as you grow.
But here's, I think, the question is it's easy to get those, but do they actually make a difference when it comes
That's
to
what I'm
sale?
saying. I don't think they do. I think they're weightless today.
Yeah. The
That
whole,
yes, I guess I didn't finish. It
yeah.
just doesn't really make much difference because every chuck in a truck can get it.
Yeah.
um
Okay. I see it. I see. That's the point you're making. Yeah.
the only thing I will say is once you hit certain levels, the warranties do start to come into play. So like once you're a master elite with GAF, you do get to start offering that big labor warranty on the gold pledges. Once you're a platinum with Owens Corning, you get to start offering that big warranty on an OC roof. So I mean, it's not the certification anybody cares about. It's the warranty you can provide them when you leave their project.
It's going to be the difference. I mean, can't just every truck in a truck also give it like promise a warranty?
Not really. Not that good. Like so, like a master elite, like our gold pledges, which we sell more than anything, and we offer everything. We offer no warranty. If you don't want a warranty, that's fine. We'll just give you a cheap roof if that's what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
We have to today. We used to not, but we have to today. But if we're going to sell a gold pledge, I mean that's 25-year workmanship, 25-year labor warranty, manufacturer backed by, I don't know, $1 billion company, so
Yeah.
and then a 50-year on material. Now, what I will tell you, and everybody, I get customers and I hear it all the time, listening to recorded calls and different things, customers all the time. Oh yeah, I know about those warranties.
Really? Why do they refer to it like
It's
that?
it's it's the extended car warranty system, right?
Mm.
Everybody's so used to being sold the extended car warranty that the car dealer never backs up and never follows through with. What I will tell you for a fact, because there's multiple businesses in the state of West Virginia that were master elites that have went out of business. There's one in particular that went out of business like 2 years ago, and you probably know who it is, AJ. But I know John knows him. Regardless, huge company, huge GAF master elite company went out. We get paid now by GAF to go service those warranties because we cover that territory. We're the biggest installer in that territory now. GAF will pay us to go service those warranties. So I feel really good when I sell them and my guys sell them because I'm very confident that if there is a problem, that manufacturer is going to back it up because I'm literally fixing them right now for another company.
Yeah. Yeah. Regardless of like someone's gonna take care of it, even if it's not you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I don't know if this would count as a certification, but things like directory, where you can get the directory badge and it's like $20,000 guarantee on work, stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's just like Google LSA. Isn't Google LSA is not as high of a dollar on that amount. It's like $2,000 or $3,000 or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these are we going to go get? How many of these matter? Like, in my opinion, if the customer can't get value from it and pay, let me say this: if the customer can't get value from it with little to no cost to them, it means nothing. Like yeah, I think the directory thing I know very little about. I feel like that's a attempt to compete with Google, which makes no sense to me. Honestly, I just don't get it. Or Angie, which
I
I
think it's
mean, what?
more, I feel like I think like Dimitri's trying to compete more with Angie with it. But
Sure, but is anybody using any of those services today? Like
I think there's a lot of people using Angie. I think a lot more than you'd think.
homeowners or contractors?
Both.
I don't know
Yeah.
any contractors using it.
I'll tell you this. So this, I mean, talking to John hates Angie.
Yeah,
A lot of
they
people hate
do.
Angie.
They
And
call me
like,
like every day.
yeah, they're super, their sales strategies are not, is not good. But I will say this, we have had a number over the last 3 years, a number of companies that we do have an Angie integration for ProLine because we started selling companies that did use Angie. And so we have a number of companies over the years that have used Angie and have integrated ProLine with it to immediately text and call incoming leads from Angie. And over again, it was like the same story. They'd get out of every 10 leads from Angie, they would like 7 to 9 of them would ghost, and 1 to 3 would, we'll just say like 2 out of every 10 actually answered. And that's super frustrating to most contractors. So they're like, oh, it's a scam. Like none of the leads are good. But then we would have people come on board with ProLine, integrate it with Angie, and then immediate, like within seconds, an email and text are going to every single lead from Angie, and those would flip. And they'd get responses from 8 out of 10 of the 10 leads coming from Angie and only get ghosted by 2. And it's like a shocking difference. And the difference really is like it is seconds. And then it, because seconds after that lead comes through Angie, there's a number of contractors that are calling that lead. They're calling, they're texting, they're emailing within seconds. But most of them are still doing it manually. They have somebody in the office that's trying to manually hit that as quickly as possible. So, but you can't beat an automation that can do it in literally a second and a half. Like a second and a half later, sending a text, sending an email with ProLine, unless there's somebody else using ProLine that's also in your market that's connected to Angie, then you are likely the first person to contact that lead by a good margin. By a good margin, it might be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, but that matters when that person is probably just going to engage with the first company that reaches out to them. So I will say that I'm not necessarily like promoting or defending Angie and their practices, but that's just what I've seen from my side of the table on the
So,
tech side.
and I want to follow up on that because I do want to clear up something. I don't use it. The network of people I know don't use it. And so I don't know Dimitri. I'm as you know, I do no social media. I have no social media. None of this stuff is relatable to me. Um, so the whole directory thing, I've only heard bits and pieces about it. I know almost zero about it. I hope it's an Angie that is good for contractors. That's what I hope. I just don't know if that's what it is or not. To me, those money back guarantees and things like that, I mean, that all sounds great, but I mean, I know what it takes to run a business. You can't just give money back to everybody that's unhappy. Like On my end, I do because I don't. I mean, we'll kill ourselves to satisfy a customer. But I'm saying when you're an online platform, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes in with a complaint, you can't just hand them up to $20,000. Like there's going to be a significant amount of hoops to jump through, and everybody knows when they sign up to that, their chances of ever recouping that 20 grand. I mean, they basically have to get stolen from for that to probably ever hold any weight. And fair enough, at least they're doing that, right? Because I mean, there are contractors that are freaking thieves. So at least they're doing that, I guess. But I just don't think. I'll tell you what I believe. This week we started canvassing. You know what we've done? We've kicked freaking ass this week. We're out knocking doors. We've never done it before. It's working. We're putting door hangers out. We're eating lunch in town, getting our coffee at the coffee shop in town, making sure that our wrap trucks are in parking lots in town. We've had more leads this week because we literally just said, screw it. We're going to do this with purpose. We are going to shove ourselves in people's faces. We have had more leads in the last 3 days than we've had in any week this year. I think that's the key right now. I don't think it's how many certifications or how many awards or any of that. I think it's go get in front of people.
Yeah. Find a way and get in front of people.